listen over. You a queen when I less than I'm a gozy. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Girl, you're such a powerful woman.
Hi ninjas, how are you doing? It's your girl Owamie aka Miss Fearful, celebrating back for our entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you. I can feel my creative juices coming back. I feel that, entertainment blogger in me coming back. But anyway, ninjas, I actually have fresh tea for you guys. So when I tell you don't want to miss this particular one, you do not want to miss this particular one. This drama is fresh straight from TikTok, and this is actually against or between the Duchess and Ndoyisile Ndumiso, right? So I'm gonna have their pictures somewhere here. I'm sure it's gonna be that side so that you guys can just see the people that I'm talking about. Now, obviously, I was sitting here and I was like, I actually wonder what is this drama all about. But it seems like the Duchess is the one that actually started this. And I am telling you that Ndoyisile was like, juice that boo-boo, I will finish it, okay? So we're going to go ahead and actually just listen to this video of the Duchess because she's the one that actually started. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it here. And we're gonna react to this Chende, and then we're gonna also play Ndoyisile's video so that we can hear the tea, honey. Okay, it's piping hot.
There's nothing that irritates me more about content creators that sell a false narrative about themselves and the lifestyle that they live. Content creators that portray a lifestyle on a public platform that they know they're not living in real life. That irks my medulla oblongata. One thing about Levi that I appreciated, even though that friendship ended the way it did, I still appreciate the fact that Levi is authentically himself. That is what drew me towards Levi. Levi is the exact same person that he is on a public platform in real life. And that is the type of people that I gravitate towards. People that are authentically themselves, that don't portray false narratives of themselves. There was this one time I was at work, right? And a colleague of mine, we were sitting in the canteen and she was sitting with her friends and I was just sitting eating lunch and stuff. And she was talking about how there's this content creator living in her studio apartment, right? And that apartment is a fully furnished apartment and everything like that, blah, 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 blah. And that she's renting it out to this content creator along with her husband. Now, the said content creator was staying in this studio apartment for months without paying any rent, utilities, no electricity. They have attempted to get this content creator evicted, and the content creator was refusing to leave, and the content creator was refusing to pay. Now, her and her husband were stuck with the costs of paying the electricity and the water and all these blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, girl, who's the content creator? She's like, girl, let me show you the content creator. She says, the content creator. I said, what? I said, what? I'm like, girl, no, I know this person. I have this person's number because this person is notorious for being in scandals. Like, this is a scandalous person, my babe. Like, on a public platform, they always scandal after scandal, babe. I was helping them with a separate scandal where people were trying to do an expose on this person because this person was chowing. Yay! If I give too much details, you guys are going to know who it is. But these people were trying to do an expose and they reached out to me and they were talking about how we saw a video that you did about this person, blah, 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 blah. So we want you to help us. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. And I actually DM'd the content creator. I said, do you know that these people are trying to do an expose on you on a television? Did you know that? I called the content creator. I called the expose people. I was trying to solve this problem for this content creator. Did I get a thank you? Nope. But I was like, you know what? I'm doing it out of the goodness of my heart. It's okay. It's okay. I just don't want to see another content creator go down, Especially not a black content creator. No, babe. Now, when I saw this girl showing me this content creator, I said, okay, so you're just a bad person in general. You're just not a good person. I said, girl, what do you want me to do? Like, do you want me to call the person? Like, I can help you. She said, no, don't worry. I'm going to get him out. He's going to go out. I'm like, okay, cool, girl, bet. I'm not going to ask too many questions. How gish. I'm seeing a couple of months later, Mopesan is posting hore, yena, goodbye apartment. All of a sudden, posta dilo tsa hore, starting afresh, new what, in a new what, and then a gish. apartment tour of a new apartment that they are living in. Welcome home. I'm like motho o kolota batho ko morao kwa o bile o kolota batho tsa mo patala batho dilo tsa bona. You've been living in that person's apartment rent free, utility free, refusing to pay. And you know what triggered this girl? What triggered is because this person posted a video bragging about a very expensive appliance that they purchased. Kanjani, bro. Kanjani, because you owe people shelete. Why? So in everything that I've said, let's take this main part. Don't portray lifestyles that you know you cannot afford on a public platform, and become a content creator portraying that lifestyle, because you're going to have to maintain that lifestyle and you know you can't. So what are you going to do? You're going to scam people. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. Now look what's happened with this content creator. If you know that your lifestyle is to eat 2-minute noodles 3 consecutive days in a row, and you're buying chips Taco Empire for 28 Rand and a Switch for 10 Rand like myself, boo, live that life in real life and on a public platform. Okay? Because if one day wang khata di cons, if you khat my cons, I'm gonna slip and say your name. I'm gonna tremble and fall and say, then what? Then what? I'm just waiting for the day. I'm waiting for the day for you hurt my corns.
Now, obviously, you guys heard the Duchess. She basically said that, listen, one day you shatter my corns and I'm going to come out and say, and say your name, Shibubu. But guess what, honey? Okay. Ndoyisile was like, I don't even need to shatter your corns for people to know it is me you is talking about, Shibubu. He came out, honey. Proof and all. Now, let's go ahead and get into Ndoyisile's video.
Now, the said content creator was staying in this studio apartment for months without paying any rent, utilities, no electricity.
Hi, NeiDutches. I hope you are well. The person that you're talking about is me, and that's the washing machine that you also mentioned, the expensive appliance. It was actually 15,000, not 11,000. I'm going to start with you. You said that you helped me with something, and I never said thank you. But didn't I say thank you at the end of our conversation? Exactly. I'm not going to dwell much on you. I'm going to talk about your friend that said I was living in her apartment for free, not paying rent, not paying electricity, not paying water, no utilities. In September 2023, I moved to Kipla Park, Route 82 Central Development Apartments, and I moved out 6 months later because I moved out in March. I want your friend to help me highlight which exact month did I stay there for free, where she and her husband paid for rent, water, and electricity like you claim, because I'm going to put screenshots of all the 6 payments because I was there for 6 months. So it should be 6 payments. Just like any other person, I go through financial challenges, financial difficulties, and I delay with my rent. But there's not even 1 month that they can claim that I stayed there for free. There's only one time for the first time where I delayed with my rent, and that's when hell broke loose. And your friend knew exactly what was happening in my life. Ask her what happened in November. My mother was around at that time, and she can testify to this. I would constantly get threatened, to an extent where they even threatened to call Mocha Love people on me because I had delayed with my rent. While she knew what was happening in my life, there was proof to show what was happening in my life. When I trended for that washing machine, it's your friend that went out of their way to pay people to talk about me on social media. I only found out when your friend and the person she was telling her plan to started fighting, and then that person came to me and said, Ubona utrenda kanje, she did this and that. I even have screenshots. During that time, I lost a lot of campaigns, including the Black Chick campaign that I'd received in December. Knowing that I have no one to run to, I was forced to make a plan in order for me to survive until I got to a point where I decided to move. The main reason why I moved is because I didn't feel safe. I asked myself, if a person that I consider my landlord can pay people on social media to talk nonsense about me, they might as well pay people to come and kill me in the same house. Because mind you, they have access at the gate, their fingerprint is working at the gate, they also have spare keys to the apartment that I stay in. So nay, the Duchess, Ndlovukazi, before you talk about people, make sure that you do proper research in order for you to have an idea of what exactly went down, because I understand what you were told is not completely the truth. To my previous landlord, it's been 3 months now since I moved. There's nothing that I owe you. So please, leave me alone. Don't cause drama in my life. I'm the least problematic person ever, but please do not come for me, because if you come for me, I'll drag you lower. I'll drag you straight to the devil's basement. I have nothing to lose, but you forget that there are things that you said about your husband to me that might cost you your marriage. So please, do not come for me. I'll tell you this for free. My lawyers wanted me to sue you for stress, harassment, and defamation of character when I showed them the messages you used to send me and your husband. But just because I'm a peaceful person, I chose to let everything go. But I can see that you honestly want this fight. So if you want to fight, meet me at the devil's backyard.
Now, after that video, Ndoyisile was like, I am not done, Shibabamke. I'm too pissed for this. And in came another video, which let's go ahead and sip on this tea, honey.
Yo, I've tried to keep quiet. I've tried, I'm curtailing. I wish when I moved from Kibla Park, I told myself that I will never talk about what was happening there, because I'm funu cause a drama or anything. People were commenting, yeah, Ushalo mover, yeah, this and that, you're always moving, this and that. I'm like, if only you knew what was happening and what caused me to move. When in a place where you're being threatened every day. Now you want to come and say I was staying in your place for free. If you had told the truth and said I used to delay with rent, banks will understand. But don't lie and say that I was staying in your place for free. Do you know how hard I work for my money? It's been 3 months, but you're still talking about me, making me the bad person. Why don't you tell the same people that way now? Rates and levies. But like 3 days, months. For a toilet. And then now you want to come and say nonsense about me. When I was moving into that apartment, people told me when I never because when I want to fall, because of this girl. But then I chose to ignore that. And then now you want to come and say this and that about me. Man, just 3 months, I get the only thing that is there, I'm a paper from your court. You are failing to pay for the place. Now you want to come for me? Just this morning, I've already lost one campaign. Yeah, when you mess with my money, when you mess with my bag, it's once in show, like once in yoga. Don't play with my money. Even if you decide to if you decide to send your brothers for me, if they come for me, if anything at all happens to me, you'll be the first suspect, and trust me, jail.
Yep. Nancy Linda. Shbubu. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just say this. I actually have met Ndoyisile, right? And I do have to just say one thing. I know that he has been like involved in like scandals on TikTok, bonnets, orders not being delivered, blah blah blah. There are people that have said different stuff, which I feel like at times, a lot of people, especially when you're still starting a business, you will make a lot of mistakes, and sometimes maybe you won't be able to deliver on time and stuff like that. I do not know how all that change that went on was actually resolved. But anyway, I actually did meet him the time that my salon was still open. He did actually come, and I actually didn't know who he was when he walked in. I just remember that he's someone that is very tall. Like, this guy is very, very tall. He walks into my salon, and he was basically saying that he wanted to promote the salon for me. And I do remember I did take his contact details, but it was the time that my salon was obviously shukukukukuku, and I was just trying to do everything that I could, to save my salon, but things ended up not working out for the salon, so I never got to work with him. But for the fact that he actually left where he stayed and he came to North Riding, and he just came to say, like, physically, hey, I can be someone that can actually, promote your salon, this and that. I will forever have so much respect for that guy. Like, forever. I will forever have so much respect for him. I've never actually spoken about this, obviously. And I do remember actually, like, when he said his handles and I went to check him, he actually had a lot of followers. I think at that time, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember, but he already had hundreds of thousands. So that honestly for me showed me that he was someone that first of all did not have any pride, or did not I think it was mostly just like a pride thing, because on TikTok he had way more followers than me at that time. I mean, he still does even now, but for the fact that because I was just under the assumption that maybe he might have come across like my post for the salon on TikTok, because I was really trying to obviously promote. I really honestly, like, as I'm saying, I will forever have so much respect for him for what he actually did that day, because I know it's not a lot of people, especially here. So 100,000, you think your nose is up in the air, hair and this and that. So for me, I'll forever have so much respect for him. But anyway, let's start off with a Duchess. Imagine if she had actually said his name. Imagine if she had actually said Ndoyisile's name. And the information you actually got is wrong. This thing of wanting to be the exclusive information giver, that thing does not work as easy. You gotta get your ducks in a row. You gotta get your facts straight. Imagine if one day she just said Ndoyisile and bamusue. It's very, very important that before you actually say information at most times, just make sure that you know what, the person that told you the news, they also showed you the proof. Exclusives are very, very tricky because the person giving you the exclusive could literally be lying to you and you would not know. Now, obviously, Ndoyisile came out with proof. He stayed in that apartment for 6 months. He showed proof of payment for 6 months. He did actually say that there were times that he would delay with his payments, but his payments, the rent was always paid. And I'm just like, okay, I get that. I think what the one thing that I did not like about Duchess is the fact that she's talking about how, don't fake the life, blah, blah, blah. Guys, who in this day and age does not know that life that you guys see on social media is packaged life? Please tell me. Because if you're one of those people, I need you to actually take a class. I will teach you. Social media is not a real place. You cannot, the same way that way now, you cannot leave your home and go to your workplace crying. Get there, your hair is messed up, you're crying, my boyfriend cheated on me. You can't do that, but those are stuff that you can be able to do at home, right? You can't be able to do that. So why is it that people expect people on social media to literally not also package themselves in terms of, obviously if you go to work, you comb your hair, you will look nice. Some of you will even put on makeup and make sure that you look nice, decent and presentable for the job that you're going to job. Social media is also a job for some of us. So of course, I'm not going to come out here and tell you guys that, I struggled to pay rent last month. I'm fighting with my landlord. Or I struggled to pay for my car. Or I struggled for this and this. No, I'm not going to do that. Yes, I'm going to be raw and I'm going to be honest with you guys. But there's certain bits and pieces of my life that I'm not going to actually share with social media. And I think that that's something that is very, very normal. Sorry. And I think that the other part again that I can go ahead and say is that I think it's very important that people actually understand that there are certain different requirements for different jobs. Guys, think about it. If we're not online, you're someone that is always packaging yourself like, you don't have anything. Like you're struggling so much. People don't want to watch people struggling. That's the truth. People come to social media, yes. Others are here to draw inspiration. Others are here to, but if you want to see, that is why all those girlies that are forever traveling with money, we know they're getting from men. Some of them mostly being married. Some of them mostly being thieves and, whatever. They have the most followers. If when your content is all about sitting at home in your back room, cooking pap and everything, those type of content barely go viral. But if someone is staying in an unrealistic mansion, just because they did a TikTok or they did a video dancing in a mansion that you cannot see where it starts or where it ends, and you can see that the camera's all the way back there, they get so many followers. So if this is a job, you will go ahead and actually package yourself in a way that obviously you need people to follow you. Am I saying that fake? I'm someone that has always actually fought against people that get things in certain ways and then they lie and claim, I actually got this money through hard work and stuff. That's one thing that I've spoken about. But at the end of the day, guys, in order for you to live fake life, you still need money to live that fake life you're living. When someone says, that one lives fake life, she was in Cape Town, she lives fake life. What? Did I fake travel to Cape Town? At the end of the day, I had to get money and travel there. So what's fake about that? Because the money used was not fake. Guys, jealousy. I think I'm not saying that Lady Duchess or NeiDutches is jealous or whatever, but I feel like this was sparked because Ndoyisile was now making an apartment tour of his new apartment, and it's a beautiful apartment. He seems to be happy. People are really happy for him. And that is when girl decides to strike. Uguti, hey, usakolota. Hey, you're doing this. And now, how do you actually feel? Because he actually showed proof that he has paid all 6 months. So, ukolota ni vele vele. Where? If you guys are not careful of the people that you keep around you and the lies that they actually tell you, and someone is gonna lie, and then when you're gonna take that information and believe Uguti, it is the end of it all, this is the truth, this is this, and you will get embarrassed. If you go to her comment section, the level of hate Ugel is getting, not just hate. Like when I tell you they are grilling her like nobody's business, I'm sitting here like, wow, like just literal wow, you know. But anyway, yeah, for me with this whole particular situation, I feel like girl definitely got ahead of herself. If he's living fake life, he is still spending money for that fake life. I don't think that he just went there for that washing machine that costed 15,000 rands and he lied and they gave him, or he said, hey, I'm living a fake life, can you give me the machine? No. At the end of the day, that 15,000, I'm sure he had to pay for it, unless if maybe it was a sponsorship or whatever, but still your work is the payment. So at the end of the day, he did actually buy it, you understand? And so I think that the other thing again that I can go ahead and say is that there's a lot of people that actually just do not understand, especially when it comes to like the different types of jobs that we actually have. There are certain different requirements. I'll give you guys an example. I drive a very expensive car. Like my car is not a cheap car, you understand? But if it was a matter of I was someone that was actually having a 9 to 5, I just go to the office and I go home, I would never buy a car that expensive, especially at this stage of my life. Why? Because I have a job. I've got a stable income that actually just comes. That's my job. Whether if I get to work in a taxi, whether I get to work in a Bajaj, whether I get to work in a Picanto, and I love saying about a Picanto. I've seen some people saying, what's wrong with Picantos? It was my first car. So whenever I think of a small car, a Picanto is always the first thing to come. Okay? But I would literally be driving a smaller car that is not going to chow a lot of fuel, and I'm not going to pay a lot of installment. You understand? But because I'm a businesswoman, I felt and I saw a need that I should get a big car, because when I enter, my car actually starts to talk for me before I say anything. And unfortunately, you have to be in a business world for you to know. So packaging yourself, guys, please never ever be scared to package yourself, because you cannot walk around wearing intlupeko yako. You cannot walk around wearing your poverty nest. No, you can't. You can't look like a beggar every day. It's not the way things are supposed to be. Ukuti when you have got debts at home or you've got this and that, package yourself, present the best version of yourself. That's what they call put your best foot forward. We're only now finding out like maybe he would delay rent sometime, but he's not the only one. Nancy, guys, we've got big celebrities that are out here. They're being evicted, even from their houses that they bought by the banks, not just even renting. So I think the landlord better leave Ndoyisile alone before he says whatever it is that you say to him that can actually ruin your marriage. And be very careful. Be very, very careful of that. You know, when you go out there and you try to actually like shame people, especially Ngamanga, because he showed proof of payment over there, you know. So I think that one of the other stuff, again, it is also very important that before you move into a place, you actually find out and know. As he's saying, would go days without electricity. Imagine, and you've paid rent. Even if you paid late, you paid. But then now you don't have water. You have to be going up and down just to use the toilet. I would just, you guys know me. I would just, I shame. But I feel like he definitely did a good thing, but actually moving from that place. And so, yeah, you know, I just hope that, you know, from now on, the place that you're in is going to be a great place and you're going to stay there comfortably. As for Duchess, ma'am, try. Because this ish, I don't see it ending well for her. As I said, this is piping hot. This drama is just unfolding right now. I feel like by tomorrow, this thing would have caught wildfire. Okay? I'm telling you, because the first video that I showed you of Ndoyisile already has over 38,000 views. And the second one already has over 15,000 views. And this have just been posted within hours. So I think that little girl needs to just be very careful. I think that maybe you should go ahead and give that apology, honey, because you did get information that was actually wrong. And why would it say, especially when it comes to people's finances? No, guys, learn to package yourself. Little night we package ourselves. Now I won't lie to you guys. I package myself to make sure that I'll put my best foot forward. And that's what everyone does that has a job. You guys don't go to work looking like your problems at home. Even if you were crying, you will go to work, put on a fake smile, make sure that you work the whole day. And then when you go home, you go cry. You can have your hair messed up and whatever. But so why do people expect us on social media to also bring our problems here. No, we'll bring when we feel ready to bring, but not on a normal day. I ngeke kaloku. You can see that Ndoyisile is very, very, very angry, but I feel like he definitely has a right to because again, I feel like the end of a video, Duchess, it was a threat. Like, I will expose you, something like that. Kande honey, you're holding on to tea that is dry. There's no tea there because it was lies. But anyway, do go ahead and comment below what you guys think of this whole situation. For me, I do not even want to lie. I'm enjoying this tea and I'm going to obviously go ahead and continue. The way I keep on going from here to here, here to here is the new video. What is going on? I love drama as long as I'm not involved in it. Anyway, just I love you guys so much. Don't forget to thumbs up this video and obviously share. From Owamie NeiDutches, I love you guys, and please do make sure that you go and follow me on TikTok. It's also boldly Owamie. I'm gonna be opening a new entertainment channel. Entertainment page soon. That is gonna just be videos, obviously here on the internet, because that other one is mostly like boldly Owamie, you know. But anyway, NeiDutches, I love you guys. Stay blessed, and I will see you guys for next upload. Bye, NeiDutches.